This man walking around Mexico's highest security prison is not just any ordinary person, but the world's biggest and most dangerous drug smuggler, El Chapo. His cell is equipped with special CCTV cameras to monitor him closely. There's neither a skylight nor a window in his cell, only a small shower area in the corner. Surprisingly, despite such tight security, El Chapo walks towards the shower area and then vanishes from sight. Half an hour later, when the security staff grows suspicious, they unlock the cell to find that the world's biggest drug smuggler has escaped. How and where did he escape? Let's delve into El Chapo's life and his escape. Born in 1957 in the small town of Badiraguato, Mexico, El Chapo's real name was Joaquin Guzman. Later, he gave himself the name El Chapo. He inherited his drug trading habits as his father was also a small-time drug dealer who kicked El Chapo out of the house at a very young age. With no means of livelihood and unable to find a job, he too began selling drugs. At just 15 years old, El Chapo started growing drugs himself. He would first choose a deserted area and then begin growing drugs there. Gradually, his drug trading gained so much popularity that major drug mafias in Mexico wanted him in their gangs. In the 1970s, he joined a drug trading gang led by Alguero Palma, where he supervised drug smuggling. He was so strict in his work that he would kill any dealer for late deliveries or mistakes. In the 1980s, he joined the gang of the most famous drug dealer of that time, El Padrino Gallardo. This gang was the biggest in Mexico for drug trading. El Chapo was given the responsibility of logistics and drug shipments, overseeing drugs coming from Colombia to Mexico. In 1989, the gang leader Gallardo was caught by the authorities, and the gang fell apart. Seizing the opportunity, El Chapo formed his own gang, which he named the Sinaloa Cartel. Drugs were smuggled into America through two main routes, primarily via the Caribbean, and the second route being the Mexican borders. American agencies had focused all their attention on the Caribbean route and had captured many drug traders. El Chapo took advantage of this and began smuggling drugs into the USA using different channels. He trafficked various types of drugs, but methamphetamines, heroin, ecstasy, cocaine, and marijuana gave him the highest profits, so he focused more on these. However, smuggling drugs into the USA was not an easy task. El Chapo cleverly managed this by initially hiding drugs that had little odor, like cocaine, inside fire extinguishers, chili pepper cans, or car rims, making them undetectable even by drug-sniffing dogs. But other drugs couldn't be smuggled this way. Therefore, he adopted a method that became his signature: tunnels. He spent millions of dollars hiring experts to build underground tunnels with complete ventilation and electricity systems, which he used to smuggle drugs into the USA. In 1990, Federal Bureau officers were astonished when they discovered El Chapo's first tunnel, which was 300 feet long and fully equipped with an electrical system. The tunnel emerged inside a house, which served as El Chapo's safe house, allowing him to escape through it in an emergency. El Chapo knew all the rules of the trade, which is why, despite the agency's numerous efforts, they could never catch him. In November 2010, another tunnel was discovered in Ate Mesa with similar facilities to the first one, including a rail system that transported debris during construction and later smuggled drugs. In 2012, more tunnels were found in Ate Mesa. Due to his remarkable skills, El Chapo and his team were dubbed the King of Tunnels. His tunnels were so deep that ground-penetrating radar machines could not detect them, and he cleverly concealed their entrances under bathtubs or toilets. Before building a tunnel, he meticulously selected the location. Most of his smuggling was through Ate Mesa on the U.S. a Mexico border near California, chosen for 3 reasons. Ate Mesa is close to Tijuana and San Diego, making it easier to transport drugs to agents due to the connectivity of these transport hubs. The area is filled with factories, and the noise from machinery masked the sound of tunnel digging. The soil in Ate Mesa, softened by the nearby ocean and stabilized by the mountains, made it ideal for tunneling without collapse. El Chapo's tunnels were ideal in every way. On June 9, 1993, Mexican authorities finally captured El Chapo and sentenced him to 20 years in prison. However, this jail turned into his office as he bribed jail staff to get every facility he needed, and even arranged business meetings to keep his operations running. In 2001, the Supreme Court of Mexico decided to start a prisoner exchange process between the United States and Mexico. El Chapo knew that the U.S. government would definitely want to imprison him for drug smuggling, and escaping from there would be difficult. Therefore, he decided to escape from the Mexican jail, bribing jail guards with $2.05 million and escaping in a laundry basket. For the next 13 years, he continued his tunnel, drug trades, and various crimes, causing trouble for both the U.S. and Mexican governments. However, after 13 years of effort, Mexican agencies found his exact location and raided his house. El Chapo had an escape plan this time as well. He hid in a secret tunnel under the bathtub in the bathroom, but authorities didn't let him go far. Finally, he was captured again and sent to Mexico's most secure jail under high surveillance. However, just 1 year later, on July 11, 2015, while El Chapo was strolling in his cell, he was last seen at 8:50 p.m. near the shower area, which was the only spot not visible to the camera. About half an hour later, when he wasn't seen in his cell, the guards opened the cell's lock and inspected it, finding that El Chapo had escaped by then. He cleverly bypassed the shower area's gutter and dug a tunnel that connected to a larger tunnel beneath. This tunnel extended 1.5 kilometers to a nearby construction site. Positioned 33 feet underground and 5 feet 7 inches wide, it was spacious enough for a person to pass through easily. However, this time, El Chapo's freedom was short-lived. On January 8, 2016, Mexican Marines attacked his safe house, and after fierce resistance, he was captured again. This time, the American government did not want to take any risks, so in 2017, the Mexican government handed El Chapo over to the USA. He is now serving a life sentence in the Supermax prison in Colorado. However, despite the stringent security, the American government always fears that El Chapo might escape again.